What's going on, everyone? So there's a lot of questions about what is LeBron James going to do in the offseason. Is he gone? Is he leaving the Lakers? Is he going to stick around? Is he going to sign another 1+1? Is he going to sign another longer-term deal? What is LeBron James slated to do? I don't believe LeBron James is leaving. I fully expect LeBron James to be in the Lakers uniform next season. I think minimum he'll probably be there probably about a year or two. Once we get, I think what will happen in the offseason, again, this is just me personally, but I was right last time. I think that LeBron will go sign another 1+1, see what the Lakers do, play out next season, and then that could be when it's like, oh, okay, maybe LeBron is going to actually leave, right? I just don't see him leaving this season. I know Bronny, there's a lot of questions of is he going to leave? When Bronny leaves, he wants to play with the Son. He wants to play with the Son. I actually expect at some point he will, but he's not going to do it. That doesn't mean he's going to do it the day or the year that he gets drafted, right? It just means that eventually, before he's ready to hang it up and call it a career, he wants to play with his son. He wants to play with both sons. His wife has even said she wants to see him play with both sons. So I think the way that this all plays out is LeBron James finishes another year or two, hopefully wins another championship with the Lakers. We will see. Time will tell. And then that will follow into, hey, let me go play with Bronny. He'll go play with Bronny for a year or so. Then he'll go play a year with Bryce, play with him for a year or so, and then he'll call it a career, right? Maybe he goes signs with the Cleveland Cavaliers for a 10-day or whatever just to retire a Cav. We'll see. Time will tell. But one, he's in LA. It's where he wanted to be. It's where his family wanted to be. He has another son, and Bryce, who is going to go or is expected to go to USC. So he's not going to want to leave. He's going to want to be at all those games. He's going to want to see all those games. But there are a lot of executives, quote unquote, based on a new Athletic report that truly believe LeBron James is leaving after this year. That they believe he is done and he's ready to move on from the Lakers. So here's what is said. Again, this is from Sam Amick, The Athletic, Shams. They were having a little discussion. Not only are rival executives increasingly convinced that James might want out, but they're also focused on the Bronny James factor, which continues to loom large. James has been talking for years now about the dream scenario of playing with his oldest son, who, if he chooses, can leave USC this summer and enter the draft. The idea then is that any team that wants to up its chances of landing James should make it a priority to go after Bronny first. It was also added later on that the Lakers are interested in figuring out a path to bring Bronny to the Lakers, which could be a possibility, right? And we'll touch on that here a little more in a moment, right? First thing I want to talk about is LeBron leaving. We got the report that the Lakers gave Bron and his team permission to go talk to the Warriors if he wanted out. LeBron said, nah, I'm good, hard pass. And there was all the Warriors contacted the Lakers, and the Lakers said no. There have been literally tons of reports in the last week or whatever since that Warriors report that have all said LeBron James has expressed numerous times that he wants to stay with the Lakers and he is committed to the Lakers. There was a report, I believe, was it yesterday or the day before, that said LeBron James recently talked to Jeannie and Rob and said, I'm sticking around. I want to be a Laker. I'm not going anywhere. And that he plans to ride it, and the Lakers want him to retire a Laker. And that they're willing to try to explore Bronny to help LeBron and keep him in LA, keep him happy, whatnot. So we'll see. Time will tell. Look, if LeBron wanted to leave, he could have left. Right? If LeBron really wanted out, and I know LeBron's never requested a trade, he's never demanded a trade. He was also never 39 years old. Right? He's also never been in this situation to where who knows what he looks like next year. And so if a team made sense or he really wanted to leave, I'm pretty sure he would leave. Not just that, but chances are he's going to have to be traded anyway, because all the teams that have cap space are all bad teams except for maybe the Sixers. We'll see what the Sixers end up doing. But outside of the Sixers, it's like, what team? Because LeBron's not going to take a vet minimum or take a discounted thing. Like, there's a lot of talks about, oh, he's going to go to the Knicks. Like, how? The Knicks can't afford him. They have like negative $54 million in cap space next year, and they still have to re-sign OG and several. It's just, I don't see that being I don't see how that happens. I don't see how the Knicks end up going and getting LeBron James. And they would be, I believe, in the apron, so they wouldn't be able to trade for him because you'd have to, you wouldn't be able to stack salaries. I just don't see a scenario where that happens. I mean, anything is possible, but I think it's very unlikely. I would be shocked if that happens. I just don't see him leaving. I fully believe he wants to play with his son. The Lakers, I fully believe, will try to figure out how to play with his son. I don't see Bronny going undrafted, right? Like, there's a lot of talks like, hey, if Bronny goes undrafted, the Lakers will definitely get him. And maybe Bronny even, like, if he's in the second round, just says, no, don't draft me. I'll go back to school for a year or whatever. I'll go play overseas if you draft me. And then force his way to the Lakers, which is a possibility. He could do that. But I just think that there will probably be a team, possibly even in the first round, that'll just take him just to take him, even just for financial reasons, right? Because you sign Bronny, one, you're going to get all those endorsements, all the hype and stuff about Bronny James, LeBron's son and whatnot. But also, if LeBron does go play with his son, you probably are going to make $100 million as a franchise owner. You don't think that one of these teams that have the 27th pick in the draft or something like that are like, okay, we could get this guy that is 23 that may do something, or we could get Bronny James and get LeBron James, and also LeBron is going to help develop him and be his trainer and all that stuff his entire NBA career. So he probably has as much upside as anyone. There's going to be a team that's going to take a flyer on Bronny, even if it's just for financial purposes. Now, we'll see what happens with the Pelicans. Do the Pelicans take this year's Lakers pick, or do they take next year's Lakers pick? If they take this year's Laker pick, do the Lakers end up drafting him? But then that ruins any potential trades. It gets complicated. I don't really know how the Lakers end up landing Bronny unless, A, he does fall to the second round, and then the Lakers can get him in the second round, even if they have to buy a pick or something like that. It's always a possibility. Or if he does end up falling in the second round, he kind of just forces his way to the Lakers, which is a possibility. That could be something that happens. Look, LeBron and his team are very powerful, right? And Bronny could always just say, hey, I'm staying another year. But Bronny could end up staying another year regardless, right? I mean, I don't want to get into the health stuff because that's his personal stuff. And, there's enough people that try to capitalize on that stuff. That's just not me. But it is something that is worth at least mentioning, right? With the health scare that he had and this season, it's very possible he goes, you know what? Let me get another full year under my belt. Let me, try to improve my skill sets a little bit. Let me ride this college thing out another year. All right, with NIL deals and all that stuff, he's making a ton of money. He's making as much money as he would make in the NBA, if not maybe slightly less. And his dad is LeBron James. He's fine financially. So if he was to make the leap to the NBA, it's probably not a financial thing. He's in good shape, right? So and even then, even if he does get drafted, right? Let's say the Thunder are like, dude, we have 32 first round picks over the next 5 years. We can burn a pick on Bronny, right? Okay, then they get him, and that doesn't necessarily mean LeBron is going to leave next year, right? And what happens if Bronny doesn't want him to go, right? LeBron has even mentioned, only if Bronny wants to. If Bronny's dude, I want to do my own thing for a little bit. I want to kind of create my own path. And especially the first year, right? Does Bronny really want LeBron the very first year? Does LeBron really want to go the very first year, right? Don't you want to let your kid kind of marinate a little bit, kind of pave his own path a little bit before you go and jump in, and that's the narrative and that's the conversation and that changes everything, right? Don't you want to let your kid kind of get his feet wet in the NBA for a year or two? I think so. Right? So again, maybe this video ages poorly. Maybe I have egg on my face in the offseason. I will be shocked if LeBron leaves. There's not a lot of things that shock me. There's just not. LeBron James leaving the Lakers next season would be one of those things that would shock me. Bronny not getting drafted is another thing that would probably shock me. Because again, I just think some team is going to take him even just for financial gain. And LeBron chose the Lakers for many reasons outside of basketball. All of his relationships, all of his businesses, his family, his wife, he's not going to New York or whatever while his entire family is in LA. He's just not going to do that. Right? He's going to stay here. The Lakers will figure stuff out. The Lakers are the Lakers. Right? I mean, according to Kendrick Perkins, another star is on the way. Again, take that as you may, but LeBron will ride it out for, again, in a year or two, and these rumors and speculations start circulating, I'll be on board. I'll be like, yeah, okay, now I could see him leaving. Right? But it also depends on like where they're at. Right? Like, I think the West is incredibly wide open. Right? What if the Lakers do win the championship this year? You know, and you might be thinking there's like the Lakers aren't a contender, blah, blah. Look, I don't think the Lakers are a true contender, but if they get into the postseason, LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the postseason healthy with this roster, which we've seen can be good enough, good luck. Right? The only team that worries me is Denver. Outside of Denver, I think the Lakers can beat anybody. I still think that they can beat Denver. I just think Denver's just looks like they have their number. But we'll see. Time will tell. Healthy LeBron, healthy AD in the postseason could change a lot. So what happens? There's so much that could happen between now and the offseason. Lakers could be a contender. They could end up winning the championship. Or in the offseason, what if they do sign a Trae Young or trade for a Trae Young or a Donovan Mitchell or something like that? Is LeBron really going to leave? Probably not. He's probably going to want to ride it out and see, okay, well, maybe me, Trae, or me, Donovan, and AD, maybe we can go and win a championship here. Like, let me ride it out of there. I just don't see him leaving. I think these execs, I think that's just, they're putting it out there in the hopes that it happens, but we'll see. Time will tell. Look, LeBron had an out. The Lakers gave LeBron an out. If LeBron wanted out, he would be out. Right? Like, what at 39 years old, next year he's going to be 40. What is the incentive for him to say, no, I'll stick it out and I'll just finish this year? Like, why? When you're the healthiest you've been in years, knock on wood, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But again, how you feel, what your thoughts are. As always, this is a discussion, so let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Now subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.